So hello and welcome to another video. In this video, this is a video that I meant to put up a while ago now. So yeah, in this video, it's my first time I'm going out in my own car. So I've got this Mach 1 kart, which is a Rotax Max with an Evo conversion on it. Yeah, so this is obviously after my first day out, and it's not a bad car. I mean, it's my first own kart, so I've got nothing really to compare it to apart from an indoor rental. So yeah, so this is literally the first time I'm sat in it properly. If you look at me, you can see I'm like just checking everything because I've not got a clue what I'm doing. There we go, look, checking the radiator caps tight. Yeah, are the wheels attached? Yeah, the wheels are attached. That looks good as well. Right, we're gonna fire up. So if you look, we've got the split cameras here. We've got the front forward-facing one and one that's looking back at me. I met a couple of people here on the first day down here. You'll see them that they're just in front of me. They've already been here a while at this point. I arrived later on in the afternoon because I didn't realise just how much I needed to strip my kart down to get it in the car. If you look in the forward-facing camera to the left-hand side, you'll see there's a blue estate car. I have to literally strip everything off it to get it in the boot of the estate car. So yeah, with that, I'm going to get it up now, but everyone else has pulled away, and I'm like, oh, hang on, why am I not starting? Yeah, no, oh, I don't know, I'm faffing here, I'm holding down the start button. Yep, oh, there we go, and it started. No idea what's going on with it. Oh, yep, oh, yeah, we've got a bit of life in it, Yeah, no, I think what I didn't realise at the time was I hadn't primed the fuel line. Now, I'm there shrugging my shoulders, got no clue at all, but yeah, it was just a case of I hadn't primed the fuel line. The kart, when I got it, it did have everything set up, but unfortunately I ran it at home, made sure it was working, yep, fine, no problem, and then after getting it up and running, I then drained everything down and left it parked up until I was ready to go out. Obviously, draining everything down meant there was nothing left in the car. Anyway, yeah, so off we're out, and that's my first time down the straight. I'm just taking it a little bit easy because, one, I don't really know that much about this kart. It's brand new to me. This is the very first time I'm taking it out, so we're currently, what, 1, 2, 3, this is now the 5th corner. Yeah, so I'm 5 corners in my own kart, and I'm still just trying to get a feel for it at the moment. Does it feel like it's smooth? The engine okay? There's a little unknown that I'm not quite sure of yet, that when it's going slow and I put my foot in the accelerator, it really bogs down. So there's just that. I'm just there going on the main straight again now. I'm looking over my shoulder. I can see there's somebody who's faster than me who's going past, so I wave him through. So as you can see, I'm getting a little bit braver now coming into these corners. I mean, the kart's not quite warmed up yet, and I was told by a few that there's a little flap on the radiator just to leave that down until the engine's got up to temperature. So I've got a Micron 5 on the steering wheel just in front of me. You can probably just about make out the back of it on there. So yeah, there we go. It's now up to temperature, so I've just lifted that little flap just to help it. Apparently, I'm not quite sure on to be honest, I'm not quite sure on most things on this kart yet. So yeah, now I've lifted that flap up. I'm going a bit faster now, so I'm just pushing it down this straight first time. It's the first time I'm actually really feeling the power now. My line's completely terrible through there. Now, if you look at me now, you'll see that I'm checking over my shoulder. I'm having a quick look down. Yeah, the main reason I'm looking down is I'm curious, not from a power like the RPM. I'm more curious to see how fast I'm going. Getting a little bit wayward now. I'm leaning forward towards the camera there because I'm absolutely loving this. Honest to God, I've never driven a kart that's been so much fun to drive. So I'm coming back through the S's again. I'm absolutely loving this. Again, my line's completely terrible here. I'm not really concentrating on my line at all. I'll be honest. I am literally just going, hell for leather, seeing how hard I can make it accelerate. Throw it through the corners. See what kind of grip I've got. It was a right bag of laughs. Tell you what, I'm just going to listen to the kart for a bit because nobody wants to hear me talking. So yeah, you can see, you can just, if you look at the foot now on the right hand side of the screen, you can see I'm lifting well off now. I kind of just sling it up a bit of a narrow gap there, to be honest. It's a practice day and I kind of was a bit bolshy with that. But yeah, the Evo engine, it's phenomenal how much of a kick it's got. The power delivery on it's fantastic. I mean, like I said, this is the first time I've ever driven one of them. I honestly don't know if my kart's running right, but it felt fast, so that's all I can really gauge it on. So as I'm recording this video, as I'm speaking over this video right now, I'm actually planning on going back to Hooton again. The track that I'm at now in this video, I'm actually planning on going back there this Sunday. So hopefully I'll get some more decent lap times out, or even maybe be even an improvement. So yeah, you can see I'm kind of like, I'm starting to try and find the edges of the line a bit more. Still not confident going through that bit. And I'll be honest, I don't think in this video you'll see me confident through the S's there, getting on the curbs. It's not until later on in the day I consciously felt like I need to throw the kart more over that way. You notice I'm nowhere near the apexes. I'm getting towards the outer edges on some corners here. I'm nowhere near it. In fact, I'm wandering the kart over, still ready for this next corner. So yeah, it's there we go. Say it's. I know I need to work on my lines. A quick flick of my shoulders, just check nobody's behind me. Yeah, so you see that I'm not going out to the wide enough, and I'm not coming back in again. It's just all over the place. But to be honest, this was for me now. I was just about having a right laugh, and I was absolutely loving this right now. So you'll notice coming down here, a lot of people dip into the pits just on the left there, and then throw it in tight into that corner, and then drift it out wide again. In this, obviously, you saw in that clip then, not even doing that. Getting a little bit braver there, but you saw the back end stepping out. Now, these are all things that I need to learn about now, because I'm used to rentals. Oh, there we go, just wandering well off the line there. So I'm used to rentals, and it's literally what you get given is what you've got. And now I'm in a different situation where what I've got, I can kind of tune up myself, and then make improvements to it. So because of that, I need to now start figuring out more about understanding what my kart's doing, as opposed to just like driving it. So then I can make more modifications to it. And I think that's where I didn't get an appreciation of this until much later on in the day. Like I said, this was the first session that I went out that day, and I put a fair few miles on these tyres that day. So yeah, I was quite happy with the day overall. I think it was about 54, 55 miles. I did a good old fair few laps. I think it's about just over 100 laps of Hooton that day. So bearing in mind you're only in 15/20 minute intervals, it's a fair few laps. Now if you look, you can just see in the background on the left hand side there's another lad who's catching me up behind me. I'm just not even on the lines properly at all here. I'm just trying to get used to the kart, and he's closing right up on me there because he's able to. You can't quite see it now. So I'm kind of conscious that he's behind me. I'll try and leave the the inside open a bit. I go to show him through and then end up just throwing it onto the rumble strip on the outside. Stupid like, I didn't leave enough gap. So I'm catching up another back marker now. He's just doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. Like I said, I'm just trying to find my own line around here. Now I started figuring out, you'll notice here now, I'm wider through that corner, and I felt that was better when I was going wider through that corner, rather than getting track tight into the apex. This now, I mean, I've really lifted off going through that corner. I'm rolling now. Now I'm behind, now I've got up behind, I'm literally rolling when I'm taking the foot off. Okay, he had a look over his shoulder, I'm like, yeah, okay, I can see it, but I wasn't on the right line, yeah, thanks for letting me through. Yeah. Just coming into that corner, I wasn't quite expecting him to leave the inside of that hairpin open, so I wasn't preparing myself for getting past him there, which is why it's just a bit of a fumbling mess when I went to try to go past. But yeah, like I said, now you can see I'm feeling like that corner needs to be taken a little bit wider. I'm trying to follow the black the black rubberized line that's in the tarmac now. I'm like getting my head down a bit more. I'm getting towards the latter half of my first session. I mean, I've been on track now for nearly 10 minutes. So, starting to find where I need to push it more now. Trying to find that last little bit of grip. The line through here is not great. I need to go out wider here and then come back left. It's my problem with that is that I'm coming too shallow, which is why it's kicking me to the outside of that corner. I need to get on the curbs more, but again, I said I'd do this more later in the day. It's just about having, for me right now, it was just about having fun. It's nice to be competitive, but I was just having nothing but fun right now, so I was like, yeah, this is fantastic. I'm really enjoying this. Kart's really good. It's doing exactly what I want it to do each time I'm coming to the corner. The only thing that's letting it down now is me being in the driver's seat, because I think the Kart could probably drive better, but I'm just not driving it well enough. Here again, I'm not going to get this corner right. I'm not going out wide enough each time there. And for me, it kind of almost feels counterintuitive that I need to go out wider to carry more speed through it. But I can sit down, now I'm talking over this video and I'm watching it back, I can actually see where I need to kind of improve my line. It's in there. I was like, absolutely loving this. I'm so happy. You can see me swinging towards the camera there. I'm absolutely loving this right now. This is fantastic. I'm like, this feels fantastic. The tyres are really gripping well now. The kart's handling really well. I feel like it's on point. I feel like that I know that I'm now driving this and I'm letting the kart down. But that gets me excited. That says I've got room for improvement here. It's not the kart, it's me. I just need to learn how to drive this now. It's a completely different beast. And I just need to figure this out now. I mean, you see me there, I'm trying to duck my head down. I don't know why I'm trying to duck my head down. I don't really make myself much smaller. I mean, I'm over 90 kilos here, and I'm trying to slipstream myself a little bit more down the straight, but I'm ducking my head for less than a quarter of a second. I'm not going to do anything. See me there, just hanging on around the outside of that corner then. Again, I think this is more kart setup now, that I need to make sure that the kart setup and me as a driver, I've kind of like got the right position of both now. I did notice that it seems like the warmer the tyres were getting, the less grip I had in the back end. So maybe I was carrying a bit too much air pressure. I'm not quite sure. You see it there stepping out again. So maybe the tyres were a bit over pressure at the back. So here we are. I think this might be coming up now for the last lap before I throw it into the pits. So I'm kind of like trying to go full send now. Everyone else has come off the track. You see me, I'm just getting a bit too aggressive with the steering now. I'm kind of like saying, whoa, let's find out where the arse end loses its grip. Coming to this corner, yeah, oh, yeah, oh, no, and that's where I lose my grip. So I pick up all the grass there, yeah, lovely. Saves the gardener, picking up all the grass clippings, stick them to my tyres. Just a quick check over my shoulder, yep, nobody's behind me. That's because everyone else has already left the track, so I'm like, okay, best get off now then. Quick few more flicks on the corner. I've got to, I've covered my tyres in grass. Just try and quickly scrub this grass off before I go back in the pits. Yeah, so here we are. I'm about to drop back into the pits now, and I think I'm going to let me on the camera speak over the top of this now, because I think this next paragraph that comes out of my mouth sums it up perfectly. But yeah, quick flick of the engine off as I'm rolling to a stop, and then the people I was on the track with flip my visor up, and I say, "That's fucking amazing!" So anyway, that's it. Thanks very much for checking out another video. If you like it, then make sure you subscribe, because hopefully I'm going to be popping up another video in the coming days when I go back out onto Hooton. I'm actually on track with some more people. We'll see if I get a bit more close to the action, get a bit more kart tuning under it. In fact, I might even run the camera when I'm off track and just talk to the camera about what it was like being on track. So anyway, yeah, thanks again. Make sure you subscribe, and I shall see you all soon. Take care. Bye-bye.